Hello and welcome to a Math Minute. The topic for this video is factoring by grouping. Grouping is a technique used for factoring polynomials that have an even number of terms. Now usually that number of terms is going to be 4 terms, but you can do this if you have a 6-term polynomial. This technique is still going to work, but I'm going to go ahead and take the most traditional kind of example type problem where there's just 4 terms. Now you can group this in a couple of different ways. Most people are going to group this where we just look at the first 2 terms and then we look at the second 2 terms. But it's possible that you might want to rearrange terms and group the first and third together and the second and fourth together. And that would actually work with this example problem as well. It's just kind of up to you how you want to group it, but generally these problems are going to be presented in such a way that you can just group first 2, second 2. So let's just go ahead and do that. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to look for a common factor in these groups. So in these 2 terms, I can take out a common factor of x squared. If I take x squared away from x cubed, it leaves x. And if I take x squared away from 5x squared, it leaves 5. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the next group of terms. I want to take out a common factor, but this time I want to be a little more specific. I want to take out a common factor from these 2 terms such that what I leave behind, the binomial left behind, is exactly the same as this one. Okay? Now in order to do that on this problem, since I see the 2 negative numbers and I need these numbers to be positive, I am going to take out a negative number, and 4 and 20 can both divide by 4. So I'm going to take out a -4 factor of both of these numbers. So divide this by -4, divide this by -4, we end up with x plus 5. That's the goal. The goal is that we want these 2 binomials to be the same. Now, since they are the same, that means it's a common factor to this term and this term. And what do I do with common factors, right? Like the x squared common factor, I removed it to the front. The -4 common factor, I removed it to the front. So I'm going to take this x plus 5, I'm going to remove it from this polynomial out to the front. So I'm going to take x plus 5. And if I do that, so if I take this x plus 5 out here, I leave behind this x squared. I leave behind this -4. There we go. I have now factored this 4-term polynomial into a product of 2 binomials. Now sometimes, probably oftentimes, that's going to be finished right there. This particular problem though does have right here a difference of squares, and because that difference of squares is there, I do want to go ahead and factor that. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep that x plus 5, and the difference of squares is going to factor to x plus 2, x minus 2. And that completes the factoring of that polynomial. That's also going to do it for this Math Minute. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the video or any suggestions for a future Math Minute, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.